Hey everybody out there on the internet, it's me, Sam Miller, aka Kendama Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Mailbag. As you can see, I still got the mailbag because you guys still send the letters. Now, before I get into this week's mailbag, there's something I need to talk about regarding last week's mailbag. In that mailbag episode, somebody asked me what my favorite model Kendama was, and I told them that it was the Shin Sakura model. Now, apparently I didn't make this clear enough, but the Shin Sakura model is discontinued because right after that episode aired, I got a ton of questions. Where can I buy a Shin Sakura model? And my only answer to you is, I don't know. Good luck finding one. It's very hard to locate. I did get an email from a guy named James who said that he did manage to find one after emailing like 36 people. He had no idea who they were and was asking them about where he could find one. He managed to get one, and he said he was so thankful because it's a great model. So if you want one, that's what you're gonna have to do. Now let me get into the mailbag and see what we got. Alright, this one comes from two guys who asked the same question, Willem and McDog11. They ask, Dear Kendama Joe, I love your tutorials, but I think you should do a new tutorial on the stilts. It would really help me out because I'm having trouble with it. Can you do this? Okay, Willem, McDog, I'm going to break it right now. The next how-to Kendama tutorial will be done on the stilts. I figure it's a logical progression from Lunar Lander because they're both sort of the same trick, because you got to do the same sort of motion to get the trick to land. So yes, the next tutorial will be on the stilts. And now, speaking of tutorials, I got a lot of good positive feedback from the Kendama USA model review, and I have a question for everybody out there regarding the reviews. If you like that sort of review, like if you want me to review another model Kendama, I'll do that, but I need you to request it. I don't know what model you want to see or hear about. You gotta let me know. So if you want another review on another Kendama, shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do. And speaking of Kendamas and the Kendama USA Kendama, I have been in contact still with Jero about the new Pro model Kendamas. Now, the deal is between him and I is when the new models come out, because they pulled the last models out because of the problems they were having. When the new models come out, I'm getting one, and then I'll do a review on it. So automatically right there's already another Kendama review in the works whenever one decides to show up at my doorstep. And also in the same vein as Kendama USA, a lot of people have been asking me, where can I go and shop for a Kendama? There are a lot of good reputable dealers. My very first Kendama I got from a place called Kendama Spot, but they're not much in the way of doing business anymore. That would be a good place to start. But if you really want to know, I have on my website a link called the Kendama Network. You can go there and see which ones I have up for shops. Now I know there's others always springing up. It's almost getting to the point now where Kendama shops and clubs are almost getting to be a dime a dozen. So it's really hard to know who's good and who's not. So that's why I sort of established this network, so that people will find them and get to know them a little bit better. And hey, if you think they're good, spread the word here. Let me know, because I can't keep tabs on everything. So do your part too. Email me, links. Hey, I found this really good shop here. They're a good place to go. I suggest letting others know. So if you do that for me, I'll return the favor. I'll let you know if these places are good or not. That's all I have in a mailbag this week. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for supporting me. I'm so glad to see that the website's growing, and it makes me so happy. News from Gene. He's soon to release his next episode. He tells me it's really good. So I'm excited about that. He says it's really funny, so I have to take his word for it. If you have questions for Gene, you know, you're more than free to ask. You know, you can email him questions as well. He likes a lot of stuff about retro video games, so you know, just give him a yell. Yeah, or if you want to talk about getting later too, that's totally fine. But that's all I have in the mailbag this week. All I gotta say is keep dominating.